never recovered. Mumtaz, for whom the Emperor Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal, and Kate Middleton, who won the heart of Prince William. Then, of course, there's Susan Levin, who managed to capture the heart of the famous actor Robert Downey Jr. To this day, he speaks about her in a way that conveys how much he adores her and would do anything to keep her by his side. These kinds of women know the secret to creating magic with men. And here's the good news for you. If you're like most women who struggle with relationship challenges, the ability to create magic with men is not really magic at all. It's a skill which can be learned by any woman, and that includes you. Before I tell you how to acquire that secret skill, which actually already resides within you, let me ask you a question. Why do most women struggle in their relationships with men? Well, there are many reasons why women have relationship challenges. But as I mentioned before, the main reason is that women simply don't understand men. If a woman really understood men, she'd know how to effortlessly attract men like a magnet, make men powerless in her hands, and have them treat her like a queen and give her everything her heart desires. The main obstacle women face in their effort to understand men is that they turn to all the wrong things. If you're like most women, you probably love talking to your girlfriends about your relationship troubles and asking them for relationship advice. Unless your girlfriend happens to be a professional relationship advisor who has counseled many couples towards successful relationships, and unless she herself has a successful relationship with a man, that's very important, it's really unwise to take advice from your girlfriend, or your mother, sister, cousin, or aunt for that matter. By all means, seek the listening ear of a girlfriend if you simply want to unburden. And if talking to your girlfriend makes you feel better, then by all means, have her listen to you. But always remember that talking to your girlfriends, especially like the characters in the once popular Sex and the City used to do, tends to foster deeper and better friendships with your girlfriends, but it does nothing to improve your relationships with men. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of your girlfriends might indeed have the wisdom to give you good advice, but that advice will almost always be based only on their own limited experience and observation. Just because your girlfriend has had an experience similar to yours doesn't mean her advice applies to your situation. I laugh every time I remember the story of a woman who spent hours on the phone with her girlfriend discussing why her boyfriend was giving her the silent treatment, and what she might have done to provoke it, and what she could do to get him talking again. All the while, her boyfriend was just not in a talkative mood because he was worrying that the carburetor in his car wasn't working right. See, that shows you oftentimes how little women know about men. In fact, the truth is everything you've learned about how to attract a man and keep him is wrong. There's another insidious thing masquerading as relationship advice for women, and that is women's magazines. Women's magazines teach women how to look, be, and act around men, and only serve to impress other women, propagating poor self-image and show women how to hook a man by being everything but themselves. Sadly, most of the relationship tips that women's magazines give were written by women for women, and they don't enable women to understand men at all. What if I told you that you could make a man adore you just by being yourself? Yes, you don't have to be anything but yourself. Now, there's just one condition. You have to understand what a man wants. So will giving a man what he wants get you what you want? The answer is yes. And here's the big secret. Men want to be enraptured by a woman. They may not admit it openly, but they want to be lured, finessed, bewitched, possessed, and seduced by a woman, and they don't mind surrendering to her siren maneuvers and be rendered powerless by her. A man would gladly give anything